Today, we're going to be addressing student trauma amid the COVID pandemic. My name is Josh Godinez, and I'm a school counselor here at Centennial. I'm also the president of the California Association of School Counselors.
My name is Alexis Goddard. I am also a school counselor here at Centennial High School, and I'm adjunct faculty with the University of Laverne. I also serve as a board director for the California Association of School Counselors.
On July 17th, in an EdSource article entitled, "As Schools Go to Distance Learning, Key Strategies to Preventing Learning Loss," Tom Armelino, Executive Director of the California Collaborative for Educational Excellence, says that the first order of business is to address students' social and emotional well-being. He comments that students need to feel emotionally safe, valued, and cared for. According to a recent poll, 80% of teens say that they're following news about the coronavirus closely, and their concern is high as they worry that they or someone in their family will be exposed to the virus. As we know, trauma impedes the learning process and must be addressed first in order to clear the path for knowledge acquisition. So what are the key factors that we look for in the COVID experience? COVID-19 has presented a series of possible traumatic events that staff must be aware of. First, are pre-existing traumas, which include mental and physical abuse that might be going on in the home, and these may be amplified due to an increased exposure and by not being able to come to school. Students also express the lack of human interaction as having an effect on their emotional well-being, where they are feeling more isolated at home. Major racial incidents and race-based trauma have happened with our students, where students may have been exposed to traumatic events that have ripped open emotional wounds. Economic factors: as unemployment climbs, students may experience the emotional and social impact unemployment has on their parents, as their parents become more stressed and irritable to provide for the family. And as we've stated, students may experience fear of the virus and the impact it may have on themselves or their loved ones. So what are some of the possible signs to look for? Disengagement, confusion, fatigue, passiveness, anxiety, and irritability.
So now that we know the signs to look for, what do we do about it? When you first step to make with your students is to build that bond, just like any school year. Those consistent and regular interactions can very much help a student be able to reach out if they need help. And don't be afraid to address the signs that you see. Say, I have seen that you are disengaged or confused on these topics. I have seen some signs of anxiety. Ask how they feel and then listen and validate. Students just want to be heard. They don't expect you to have a solution for everything that is going on. But if you listen to them and be a source of healing, letting them know we are in this together, and even though we are not in a school building, you are still there to support them through their education here. And what do you do if a student needs more support than you can provide? Your school counseling team is here to support you and work with you to support students. We are here for consultation if you have a concern that you don't know how to reach a student. We're here to collaborate you and provide you with referrals and resources that are available to our students and families. Some community resources I would like to highlight are Care Solace, which is a free resource to connect families with mental health therapists to help serve them through telehealth services. There's also 211, which is a community connect resource. In addition, we want to help build capacity. One of the resources we want to highlight today is our COVID-19 counseling website. This website was created with the work of 55 counselors in California and Wisconsin. And there is currently an entire section on mental health, which you can dive deeper into the trauma and mental health resources available for your students and also professional development for yourself. In addition, there is a reopening schools area which highlights trauma-informed practices and anti-racism and equity resources. For trauma-informed practices, there are resources that you can take and use immediately. Toolkits available at your fingertips to how you can help your students be successful. In addition, In the anti-racism and equity area, you have resources and trainings to help you grow as a professional, as well as help you teach your students. These resources, professional growth, are step-by-step modules that you can do on your own time to grow in an area if you would like more information on. In addition, Transforming Education has toolkits that are available to use immediately. These toolkits are for educators, parents, and policymakers. The Educator Toolkits has resources on trauma-informed practices, growth mindset, mindfulness, and social awareness and self-efficacy. There's tons of resources here that, again, you can use immediately, and you can also do a self-check to see your social-emotional integration and approach within your own classroom. Lastly, teachingtolerance.org is a fantastic resource that has ready-to-use lessons, including social justice standards, to help guide those conversations about race and racism and how to support our students during this difficult time. We would like to thank you for listening to us today, and please don't hesitate to reach out to access more resources. We are here to help and work together to support our students.
Welcome back.